Hello guys, welcome to this video on variable scopes. We have looked at while loops, we have looked at if statements, and there's something we have seen. So in this function main, we notice that we have a starting block and a closing block here. In an if statement, right, you have your condition and then you have a block, right? In your while, you have a condition and you also have a block. In the loop, you have the block stated right there. So we have seen the different blocks that we have, and these blocks make things quite complicated for us in Rust. So when we talk of variable scopes, we are talking of how far or how much space in the program can the variable contain itself. That's the way to put it. Let's say we want to work on this network, right, and we want phones to connect to it. Your network could, or your Wi-Fi could work only at home, or it could work for your internet network work only at home. That's the scope of it. Or it could work for an entire building, or it could work for an entire village or entire town. That is how far it can go, right? So we'll be looking at the same thing with Rust, because we have introduced if and while and loops and so on. That's why we're going to be introducing the scopes. So we're just going to work with while for now. And let's see, while I is less than or equal to 10, so we can have 10 printed out. So we'll say something like print line I, right? Okay, now in this we're going to create another variable k. Let's say let mute k be equal to 2. Then we'll say k should be equal to I multiplied by 2, and we can print the value of k here. I just made something very redundant. We can print the value of k here, so just need to remove all of this. Okay, I remove the mute because it's unnecessary. All right, and the final thing we're going to do is increase the value of I by 1. Okay, breaking this down, while I is less than or equal to 10, print I, create a variable k that is I times 2, print k, increase I by 1. Run this. Per program, yes, we have 0 0 1 2 2 4 3 6 4 8 5 10. So just printing each number and their multiples, and you could separate them using this \n we realized in one of the previous videos. Now we have successfully been able to print I and its multiples of 2, right? Now let's work with k out of this, because it's going to be something we'll need to use. Let's increase the value of k should be equal to 9, or let's just change the value of k, and because we are changing it, let's say mute here, right? Now we run this program. Yalla, a tuple variant with a similar name exists. Okay, that does not even make sense. That is because the value k here cannot find the value k in this scope. Which scope are we talking about? The scope is the start of this block to the end, and the only variable we have created from this start to this start, I and k. However, I exists out here while k was created in here, so we cannot access k out of the block where it was created. So that is out of scope. That is what we mean by out of scope. So variables have scopes which are existing. I exist in the general scope for the main function, which is from the start up here to the end here, and can exist in any inner scope because this is like a set that contains, or that is contained in this main. Okay, so in here we have modified, we have played with I, we have printed it, but out here we cannot deal with k. We can still deal with I by saying I should be equal to 9, or let's say 9, whatever the number is, and we can't print that value. I, it first causes no problems. So with that, we have seen a basic example of how to deal with scopes in Rust. Now to look at it again, when we say scope, right, we're talking about where does this variable exist. And in what we have seen here, I exist in this scope because I was created here, which is under this block to this. However, k was created in this block from here to here. So because we have k in this block, we cannot have it out of this block because we are then going with k out of scope. Let's consider it its home, where if we minimize this, we will not see k. Is that okay? So with that said, we're just going to finalize this because we don't have to go further into variable scopes. Thank you very much, guys. See you in the next video.